Hey guys, I wanted to make another video today about the number one way I'm learning Chinese. Now, I think that learning Chinese, I don't think you can just learn it in one way or one program, but there is one program I use more than any others because I'm not taking a formal college course or a formal class of any kind. So the class I'm taking is on the internet. And it's called, the website is yoyochinese.com, YOYO Chinese.com. And their website said it's the first Chinese teaching programs that is made up of videos. So I love the videos because I feel like they're short, they're simple, they're to the point, and you learn something after each video. But anyway, today I just want to talk about a little bit about Yo-Yo Chinese and how I'm using it as my number one, along with a lot of other ways. It's like it's my number one way of studying, because when you're studying, you do need that one way to kind of be a structured way of learning. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Yang Yang is her name. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about her program online. So when I first, and also I'm going to talk about why I chose it as my primary learning method. When I first started learning Chinese, December 10th, 2016, I'll never forget the day. I was like, okay, I'm going to learn Chinese. I don't know a thing about Chinese. I've never spoken a word of Chinese in my life besides like ni hao, and I didn't even know how to say it right. I was like ni hao, like anyway, it was really bad. But so I was like, how do I do this? Like, I know there's characters, but I don't know what they mean. I just had no clue of where to get started. So that night I go home and I type into YouTube learning Chinese, and sure enough, some of the first videos that I came across are Yang Yang's videos. And I quickly learned that, of course, I knew, like, everybody said how hard the tones were. So I was like, okay, I got to learn these tones. What are they? Like, I don't even know what they are. Some people said they were 4. Some people said there were 5 tones. And I was like, anyway, I was just like, I had no clue. I knew nothing about Chinese learning. So I watched a few of her videos, and they were from the perspective of someone who speaks English. So kind of putting it easy for us English speakers. And she explains all the different tones in English, actually. Well, of course, she uses English language, but she explains it from an English person's point of view. So I was like, this is really awesome. I can do this. And then I started watching a ton of her videos. I learned Pinyin completely for free. At that time, I think they still are, on her website, Yo-Yo Chinese. And I was like, I think I can master these. And then even a lot of her courses on her website are completely free. I think I spent a month on there before I decided to purchase anything. And it's not very expensive because I thought, you know, I love this course. It's just perfect for what I need. And it has a, well, I'll talk about that in a minute, but she tells you to learn the tones in pairs. So that's the best way to learn them, because of course when you're speaking a bunch of different tones, and you need to learn how to go from one to the next. And anyway, she has a bunch of different things. So each week, here's for an example. Each week you have a lesson that you listen to. Then you print out the notes and you read them and become familiar with them. Then you listen to her speaking and repeat it back so that you can practice your listening. And then there's also this thing called Chinese on the Street, where you listen to a clip of native Chinese speakers talking to each other. And then there's a dialogue transcript where everything they said is completely wrote out for you. So you listen to it for the first time and you're like, oh, what are they saying? Like, I have no idea. Like, how are they saying that? But then you listen, you read the transcript, learn all the new words you don't know, and then you're like, okay, I know what they're saying now. But then it's really, really cool. This is one of my favorite things. You listen to the dialogue replay, and that's where they slow down the speech for you, really, really slow it down so that you can kind of get a handle on what they're saying. Because when I first heard one of them, I was like, all I heard was like, blah, 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 blah. So they speak so incredibly fast, but it's super cool because then you can slow everything down and it really trains your ears to get the hang of it. And it's helping me with my listening skills and of course speaking skills, just everything it has on there. So I really, really love it. And here's one of the things I absolutely love about it is I don't want to have to think every day, what am I going to study today? Because it's just a hassle and it's just, I don't have time for that. So what's really cool is there's just every single week you have they give you a schedule. And it tells you which lesson to watch, what to practice. It tells you what grammar to practice, which Chinese on the streets to watch. So it lays everything out for you in such an easy and fun manner. Her videos are, Yang videos are fun. I really like her teaching methods, her style. It's interesting, it's engaging. She has a lot of positive energy. So I just think that the program is really cool. There's a beginner and an intermediate course, and I'm still in the beginner course. And she takes you through basic grammar. There's pinyin. It teaches you pinyin. There's a character course. You just, if you haven't, you have to go check out the website. Let's see. I feel like I'm missing something because there's just so much to it. You have to go check it out. But I wanted to do a quick example of kind of what I do to study. So like, for example, I'm on lesson 82 now, and I read this thing that in order to learn languages, to really, what's the word I'm looking for? To retain what you're learning, it's best to keep moving, to keep your body moving. And so that's what I've been doing. And I'll just show you a little clip of what I've been doing. Okay, so press play.
Conversational Chinese audio lesson review. Lesson 82.
So this is the audio review. Telephone. 电话.
电话.
So I just kind of bounce this around.
电话.
电话.
Say call. Literally say make a phone call.
打电话.
打电话.
And I drop it.
打电话.
打电话.
Say give or to.
给.
给. 给.
给.
Say call someone. Literally say to someone, make a phone call.
给 someone 打电话.
给 someone 打电话.
Okay, so basically you get the point, right? So when you're speaking, there's a lot of listen and repeat things out there, but I think it's important to keep moving. It helps your brain to retain the information better. So I just kind of throw around a ball, you know, throw it against the wall. Also, she has these cool flashcard programs you can download, and something said you had to pay for it, but I didn't pay for it. I just downloaded it on my computer, synced it with my phone, and I have the flashcards from the lessons I can practice or use anywhere. So let me see what else. I feel like I'm missing something. I just feel like I started out from knowing absolutely nothing about Chinese, and I went from that to where I am now, which is I know the tones, I know the pinyin. I mean, granted, not perfectly, but I feel like it can take you, it just introduces you to Chinese in such a wonderful, graceful way, such a slow way that really helps it seem like, hey, I can do this. I can learn Chinese. So if you guys are learning Chinese or you want to learn Chinese, please check out this website. There's a ton of free stuff on there, but it's worth the money. When my membership's up, I'm going to pay for it again. It's not very much. It gives you a study plan. It teaches you conversational Chinese. It teaches you the basics. It's fun. It's enjoyable. So if you guys are learning, leave a comment or let me know and we can learn together.